sit down.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? It is moi, Andy Smith here, back from weekend in Tennessee. And where we were at, we did not have bad weather. We had some rain, but nothing as bad as the flooding and stuff that I saw on the western side. We weren't really on that side. Hello, Nicholas Greer. Praetor, hello to you. Hyper Kaiju, welcome. AJ, I can take a deep breath and exhale because you're here. Thank you for joining. JP Roca, what is good? What do we got here? I'm curious to know how many pigeons must be forged in order for a town to be named after it. That's a very good question. I don't know the history of that name, Pigeon Forge, but that is a very good question. Val, hello. Hello, Adams. Hello, afternoon. You are definitely not East Coast from the States, listening from under a blanket. What are you doing listening from under a blanket? I live in Southern. We got a crap ton of rain. Ooh, I hope everything's okay out there. That's right. I'm back from Tennessee. Speaking of back, it's time to back First Man 2. Oh, has something to do with Dolly Parton's boobs. Ooh, is it really? I don't know if that's true. So I'll take your word for it. Speaking of First Man 2, of course, I figured you were in the UK when you said afternoon. Good. Glad to hear that you're good. I don't mind lots of rain as long as it doesn't cause destruction. Speaking of First Man 2, look at this number, guys. We are at 19,301, 699 away from that stretch goal of the mini print. Yeah, you're like, mini print. What are we talking about here? I'll show you. I uploaded the black and white art. My colorist has it right now. Hopefully we'll get that back later today or tomorrow so I can upload the color to get everybody excited. Of course, everybody's getting a 4x6 trading card double-sided. Everybody's getting a metal bookmark. And this right here is the mini print everybody will get once we hit 20,000. So let's get to that 20,000, guys, and unlock that mini print for everybody. What do we say? We say yes. 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 We can do this. Let's get this campaign to the 20,000 mark. Yes, we can do this. All right. AJ says, hold on, let me full screen it back to here. Solo layout. Wasn't Helen hiding under a blanket this weekend when we were live streaming? She was. She wasn't hiding. She was napping. We had a long day out. Before we decided to go out to dinner, she wanted to take a little nappy nap. So will you do a big closeout stream? That is the plan. I will coordinate and try and get that going on EVS's channel. You sound like Arsenio Hall introducing Randy Watson and Coming to America. Oh, well, thank you. Maybe the pigeons did the forging. I've heard they're pretty good blacksmiths. Maybe. Guys, so yeah, so let's get the campaign to that glorious mark that we want to get it to. And of course, there's also this awesome trailer. You guys love it when I dance on the side. It's hard to dance without hearing the music. Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, that is it. She ain't helping him this time. Heck no, he's on his own this time. Karaoke night could be Canadian War Command. Welcome to the show. I don't recognize the name, so thank you for joining. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate it oh so much. Guys, there were a couple pictures from MegaCon I wanted to show you that I forgot. Were on my phone. So I uploaded them of a couple huge statues. Is the Chick in the Fourth World Foundation a diversity hire? Oh, Ronald Shaw, that's hysterical. She is one of the lead scientists, yo. So not at all. Not at all. Gracias. You're welcome. Okay, so anyhow, let me show you this. I thought this was cool. This was from MegaCon. I love these when I saw these because they're in scale. These statues are in scale. Now, Dennis has a photo that he took of us next to the statues, but these bad boys are in scale. Colossus is 7 feet freaking tall. I don't know where they got these from. This was set up as part of Coliseum of Comics display. And I thought they were awesome. Look at this. Wolverine in the proper scale to Colossus. And I'm a little bit taller than this Wolverine, so he is in a proper height too. Here's the photo of the Hulk. And then, of course, I'll get to the photo of them facing off against each other because that's what they're doing. The anatomy on this dude is just so kick-ass. I just love this, this shot of the Hulk. Now, let's see what the next one is. Here we go. Look at that. Let me blow this up so you guys can see it. This is in scale, and the Hulk's not even standing straight up. So if you're like, well, he's not that much taller than Colossus. His legs are bent pretty good. If this dude stands up, he's going up. His head, I think if the Hulk was standing up straight, his head would actually crop out of the picture. So that is just super freaking cool. Was I afraid Colossus would pick up Wolverine and throw him across the convention floor? Afraid? I was hoping that would happen. Are you kidding me? Come on. Dude, they are way cool when I saw these. Here's another shot of the old Green Giant. Green Giant. Green Giant. That is just so freaking cool. So I thought I'd share these with you. A couple pics from good old MegaCon right there. And then back to the beginning. So I thought those were really, really freaking cool and you might like to see them. Let's get to Wolverine is too scared to look the Hulk in the eye. I mean, you saw how big the Hulk was. Who wouldn't be too scared to look him in the eye? That's a very good question. I mean, they have, I think Coliseum of Comics has like 5 stores. So I'm sure they've got places to store them. Maybe they're in one of the stores. The store I went to, there was no way they would fit. But maybe a couple of the other stores have a lot of room and they would fit. I don't know. But I want to show you guys a couple. So as I said, I went to the Titanic Museum. We all went to the Titanic Museum. That is true. They did look like that. That's funny. So we all went to the Titanic Museum. I'm a huge, I don't know what it is about the Titanic that is so intriguing to me. You know, when you look at that ship back in the day in 1912, it was the largest ship made. Now, I think I've seen pictures of the Titanic next to other ships, and it's not. In fact, let's see if I can find one. Hold on. That's a very good question. Let's see. Let's see if we can find a picture of the Titanic. Oh yeah, we did. Let's see. Let's see. Well, here you go. Here's a pretty good one right here. This will give you a good sense of it. So check this out. Let's see. A couple comments. Andy Smith seems like a straight up guy, yet I'm hesitant about backing the First Man comp because it appears Andy's taking too many shortcuts. Not quite sure what you're talking about. Photoshop Moon, Photoshop the Albert Einstein science poster misaligned from the floor. Is the Comsky amateur? Why can't you just draw those? Photoshop Moon. No, I'd have to say that the misalignment and stuff is, what's this? The ship that couldn't sink sank. Yep. A Titanic Museum is cool. Uh-oh, somebody picked it up. First spoiler for First Man, First Book, spoiler of Adonis in the flat colored ad. It is. Andy, structural work and inking spot on. What more do you want? Oh, thank you. The moon is real. The moon is real. Hold on. I've got the book right here. Let's take a looky-see. Ooh, it's right here. Let's see. Is it this? This little thing here where we see Einstein? It's because I wanted to, I like putting in, since my style, and I don't mind people commenting, my style I like to call pseudo-realism in regards to the fact that it's not super cartoony, so it's kind of pseudo-realistic. So I like to add touches, and it's like, hey, Luke Henry's a science kid, so he likes Einstein. Look, there's another science poster, and even look down here. He collects Demigod and Jungle Lords, so I thought that was cool. Let's see. What else do we got? Let's see. There is that shot where he's going back to his room. Here he is coming back home. He's flying back home. Another little science poster there because I love doing stuff like that because it's called tagging. That is totally aligned with the floor. Oops, right here. And the moon is cool. I thought it came out really great. I thought the colorist did a fantastic job. So I don't know. Whatever. Oh, thank you very much, AJ Tom. I appreciate that. Andy Smith, I just wrote it as an example for him being anal. That's why I removed it. Remove what? I don't know. Wait. This is the first I've seen of the first book, at least in print. It's pretty. Prater, you don't have the first book? What's going on? I hope for the second campaign you got the first book. Are you doing Connect the Universe? I could be. No moon is complete with without some clouds behind it. Oh, it cracks me up. I will say it's pretty funny when you see somebody do a shot of the moon and they do draw clouds behind the moon, because I don't know how that would work. So that's funny. Nope, wasn't around for the first book. Oh, that's okay. Well, you can get it with this second campaign. So there you go. Smithverse, yes. Yes. Some person, did I make any neat sketches? No, I don't generally do that. Morning Stat Zero. Anyhow, check this out, guys. So Titanic, biggest ship at the time. And you're like, wow, that's pretty big. And then the Costa Concordia is big. And then you look at the Allure of the Seas and you're like, holy crap. Look at that. This is one thing that is just crazy to me, is seeing the size differential between these ships. I've never been on the Allure of the Seas, but man, that is just phenomenal craziness. But I did pick up a book I can show you guys, and I want to flip through it with you guys. We weren't allowed to take pictures in the museum. Here's the book I got from it. It's Titanic memory album. They had, for instance, and I wish I could have taken a picture of this, but you couldn't take pictures. But they had to scale size or structure of the third class cabin, and it was just so crazy how big a third class cabin was. So here, let me switch cameras and we'll go through this book together. I actually haven't had a chance to flip through it yet, so we're going to be doing that now together. So this is the book right here. Memory album, Titanic. Pretty tasteless to put a picture of an iceberg on a souvenir book. Oh my God, that's hysterical. That's what she said. I don't know what you're talking about. What did she say? That it's huge. So here we go. Nice little photograph of it. Did you know, one thing I learned, there's only one picture of the captain with the Titanic, and it's this upshot from looking down on like the dock, I guess, looking up at him as he's overlooking the rail. It's not a great picture, but supposedly it's the only picture of the captain overlooking or on the Titanic. Captain Lowers or Captain at the Titanic Museum. Oh, look at that. This is the guy that is at the museum. We did not get to see him, unfortunately. Hopefully this will have some of the cool stuff. It was a very interactive museum. You had a headset so you could listen to stuff. Let me see if this camera, let me switch something here. Oh, Titanic cocktail. Oh, that's a little nicer. Let's go that route. There we go. Let's see if I just do this. There we go. That's nicer. So this is going through the halls of it. I thought it was really cool because it takes you from like the beginning of the build. Thank you, Frankie. I went to buy First Man tier that had issue 1 was $60. Is this right? How many story pages is that? Each book is 64 pages. Only story tier. Hold on for a second. Let me see something here. That doesn't seem right. 60. No, you can get 1 and 2 for 50. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see. Right here, First Man 1 and 2 is 50. Thank you, Frankie, right here. This is what you're looking for. 1 and 2 is 50. Each book is 25, 64 pages each. and $10 shipping. I mean, or no, I don't even think it's 10. Yeah, it's not. No, I think what you saw. This is both covers, my cover and Bart's cover. That's 60 because Bart's cover is a little more. So, wait, I did do that math right. Yep. So right here is what you're looking at, buddy. So go get that one, baby. Get that one. All right, let's go back. Solo layout. There was a bar, a pub called Grapes, where people would hang out and stuff, workers. Leonardo DiCaprio scene took place there. And it's cool because, let's see, I can't sign in front of the pub's the same as it was in 1912. This pub is still there. If I ever went over there, I would have to visit that pub. The sign is the same as from 1912. You just have to indulge my fascination with the Titanic stuff. Here's just some stuff that they showed from like third class in the museum. The Titanic itself had over 3 million rivets. Of course, the Titanic carried almost 6,000 tons of coal to keep that baby going. Take it, wrap it, slap it on a ding dong. What? Oh, here it is. Third class cabin. Look at this tiny little third class cabin right here. This is crazy tiny. This cabin, a family of 7, mom, dad, 5 kids, booked that cabin. So, you know, mom and dad were like, yo, we're taking the bunks up here. You kids figure out how to fit in the rest. At least I would hope so. Aside from Penumbra's boobages and cleavages, the book is PG-13. Or however they decide. Oh, yeah, it's definitely PG-13. It might even be PG because there's no bad words in it. Maybe crap? Oh, Japanese apartment. I've seen photos of those. It's true. Look at that. Get it to the camera closer. Third class cabin. Tiny. I wish I could have taken a picture of that, but no pictures allowed. Have I traveled lately? I mean, I was just in Pigeon Forge. That counts, right? Our hotel room was nice. We stayed at a place called the Christmas Inn where it's Christmas 24/7, 365 days a year. Father Brown was on the Titanic, and he boarded it where it took off or where it launched, and then he disembarked in Iceland. And he has tons of photos that he took that were eventually printed, I think, in an album, they said. So luckily he got off the boat and did not go down with it. I would have sent my kids to shovel coal in the engine room. Sometimes people ask about cyberfog, if it's good for children. That's a good point. I thought the Titanic made to New York City in the 80s as some in Ghostbusters. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, it's actually really cool. It's really cool. It is crazy to think that. I mean, it's nuts to think that the cruise ships today just dwarf those ships. Here we go. First class, baby. This is what you got if you were in first class. They didn't mess around. First class. Look at this. You had a fireplace in your room in first class. That is just cool. And a first class ticket today, in today's money, one way would cost $125,000. So, yeah, it is still definitely for the elite of society. Of course, here's the grand staircase, a replica of the grand staircase. No elevator back then. This is the top. Kind of, you'd be looking down on it. Some more shots of the grand staircase and some other stuff. This is one of the deck chairs that was retrieved from the bottom of the ocean. One of the few deck chairs that they were able to retrieve. Hey, they should have started that fire to help melt the iceberg. What? Did I just say that? I did just say that. These are all real artifacts on display that were recovered from the bottom of the ocean. I mean, that is crazy. Where's Leo? Leo wasn't there. But you know what they did have in the gift shop? They had that little pendant that, what's her face? Kate Winslet was wearing. Her character was wearing. You could buy. Everything you see in the glass cases are actual artifacts. Check out this key. I showed my daughter, I said, look at what keys look like back then. She was like, that's a key. What the heck? More of the beautiful artifacts from back in the day. This was cool. You could, this is a life size. They did like a replica of the bridge of the Titanic, which was very cool to walk through. This was awesome. So you walked outside. So you looked out these windows right here. You looked out these windows, which are right here. And you kind of got, they kind of set up the view that you would see at night. And then you could walk out, and they had this room that you walked out in on this deck to the temperature that it was that night. So when we walked out here, it got rather chilly. So that was pretty cool. But then what else they did, you can't tell, but like right here on the other side of this rail, it was about 5 inches wide. It was about as wide as this book, actually, and about as deep as this book is from here to here. And it was filled with water to the exact temperature of what the water was that night, that fateful night. It was 28 degrees. And they were like, go ahead, stick your hand in it so you could see how cold the water was when the people were jumping in. So, of course, my wife, my daughter, and I stuck our hand into that water. Holy crap, 28 degrees water. My hand was freezing. I cannot imagine jumping into that water. But, you know, if it's life or death, you're jumping into that water hoping that you can get aboard some type of lifeboat rather quickly. And another thing that's fascinating, and I knew this from the movie and from historical things I've seen on TV, documentaries and such, there weren't enough lifeboats for everybody. The lifeboats held total, if the lifeboats were all filled up, I think they said they held like 1,700 people, but there were 2,500 people on the boat. So there weren't even enough lifeboats. Good Lord. Talk about having confidence that the ship won't go down. Guys, we don't need lifeboats. This baby is unsinkable. Wrong. 50 degrees can kill you. Yeah, 28 degrees. Salt water, so fresh water freezes at 32. Salt water freezes at a little above 28. So, yeah, that's crazy. Danky says, I think it's roughly $60, maybe 55 for both, 50 plus shipping. I believe shipping is $6. $6 to $8 is the shipping cost. So it's in line with what everybody else does. That's the one thing I got to say in the CG community is we try to keep all our stuff in line with everybody else. So I see lots of books starting 48 pages at 25. So I'm going 64 for 25. Oh, thank you so much. Just discovering your channel. Love it. Thank you. Please hit the subscribe button and go back and watch other videos I've done. What is this? Disney owns Fox now. There's no way that Disney would allow that much money to stay on the ocean floor. Yeah, right. That's true. So this was very cool, interactive. This was also cool. So right here, they had these 3 different platforms you could walk on for the different tilt of the ship. So remember when the ship went down, obviously it tilted. I actually want to go back and watch the movie and really just kind of fast forward to the end, because that's the part that fascinates me, seeing it go down and break in half. So this first ramp isn't that much of a degree. It's like, 10 degrees, and then you get more, and then, there's four ramps that you climb. Oh no, three ramps you climbed on. And then this third ramp back here, look at the angle of that. That's the steepest angle. And we tried climbing up that, and climbing up that angle was not an easy feat. No pun intended. You watched a few last night. Thanks. That's right. Don't forget the like button. Back it now. Hyperkaiju, thank you so much. And Val, you too. Get blitz drunk, literally drink all the booze, but not enough to pass out, then go into the water with a whistle. That's right. The booze will keep you warm. Here's a life jacket that they recovered. Here we go. They have a guy that sits there and talks with you and will play the piano to honor the 8 musicians that went down with the ship. They kept playing until the very last moment. There's another shot of the grand staircase, which is very cool. Oh, I just realized, hold on. Is this the right? Let me see. Yeah. So there's another shot of the grand staircase that we got to walk up. Of course, the grand staircase was a little more than that in the actual ship. Mo Fantasy, hello. And then here we go, just the life jackets and stuff showing. $2 million violin that was played on the Titanic that they were able to salvage. Wow. Just crazy. So that's cool. Aloha, Joe Bernardo. On the way to the gym, I get the typo. I still have to work out at some point today. So that's one cool book. The other museum we went to was just as fascinating. Crime Museum, Alcatraz East. Now, we've been to Pigeon Forge probably 4 or 5 times. There's so much to do there. Yet we have yet to go to Dollywood, Dolly Parton's theme park, Dollywood. Have not gone there yet. We will eventually. But we always want to go into Alcatraz. Alcatraz is another place that just fascinates the crap out of me. I love the movie Escape from Alcatraz. So it is a crime museum. It's not all about Alcatraz. It actually starts with, and I was able to take photos here, which I can show you guys. But we've got, and this is actually a reversed photo. Nope, they just changed it. We've got OJ's Blazer, or Bronco, OJ's Bronco. No way. Is there really? Get out of here. I got to Google that. Yeah, we want to go to Dollywood as well. So you got OJ's Bronco. You got Bonnie and Clyde's car. Bullet riddled. I think that is Bugsy Malone's car. And then Ted Bundy's VW Bug. Let's see. This is kind of inside. This is what the outside of it looks like right here. They've got a police car just sitting there. It doesn't move or anything. They talk about Salem witch trials and some of the torture stuff. There's a rack right there. This really is the history of basically crime, and it goes back with pirates and all that stuff. I'll definitely have to read this later. We got Jesse James. It's amazing how young some of these dudes were. When you see, like Jesse James and Billy the Kid and stuff, like Bonnie and Clyde were 24 and 25 years old. That's it. I had no idea those guys were that young. Look at this Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid looks like a puss. I think he'd probably get his ass kicked today. Al Capone. I took a picture of Al Capone's jail cell. Holy crap. Al Capone had it made when he was locked up. I'll have to show you guys that. There it is. Clyde Barrow was typical of the Depression-era criminal. He went to prison for petty crime and came out an embittered and hardened criminal, escalating to violence. Of course he did. This is John Dillinger's death mask right there. Oh, there we go. Hyper Kaiju posted the link. That was nice. There goes my wife going to the gym. Oh, yeah, he'd probably shoot me first for sure. So this is John Dillinger. Oh, that was his car. The Dillinger car right there. Okay. Bernie Madoff, white collar crime. They covered all types. Unfortunately, September 11th attacks, which were coming up on the 20th anniversary. That's some stuff from there. Billy the Kid looks like a wuss. He'll make you famous. I got to see one of Capone's houses. Oh, no way. That's awesome. Oh, I'm sure his Alcatraz cell wasn't nice. Of course, they go over serial killers. Like, look at this lady. Serial killer. This woman right here. Known as the Black Widow. Ugh. John Wayne Gacy's craziness. Right there. Ted Bundy. Nut job. Bundy's 1968 Volkswagen Beetle was integral for his murders, but also yielded important forensic evidence. From Washington to Utah and Colorado, stories emerged of a man named Ted. Carry books or ski boot. The man would ask young women to help him carry books or ski boots to his VW, where Bundy had removed the front passenger seat in order to better conceal his victims. Damn! I'm way too lazy for that. Man, serial killers have some definite work ethic for the amount of work they have to put in. Way lazy. Andy and Aaron would lay all these dudes out. You're damn right. Oh, it says a lot about Manson. Not really in this book, but in the museum. They get into forensics. They got this dude laid out so you can see different things, like a bullet wound compared to a shotgun wound, compared to strangulation, compared to knife wounds. They go into footprint analysis. This is the cast that was made of John List that helped catch the dude. He killed his family in 1971 and got busted on May 21st, 1989. Hyper Guys Used nailed it. Seriously, being a serial killer must be exhausting. When do they sleep? Exactly. I've planted bushes in my front yard, like little trees and stuff, and you only have to dig a hole that's like 1.5 feet deep and about 1 foot round. I couldn't imagine digging a hole big enough for a person. That is way too much work for this guy. I don't like getting calluses on my hands and blisters, and that is what would happen. So forget that. Andy and Aaron would lay these dudes out as long as Graham Nolan was standing behind them in a tank top and flip-flops with his arms crossed. Exactly. Aaron and I would be talking shit to Billy the Kid, and Billy the Kid would turn around and run, and we'd be like, see, we're bad. And then we turn around and Graham be standing there tipping his hat. Like, it's because of me. So they had a police motorcycle there. I didn't know you could get on the motorcycle to take a picture. That's disappointing to me because I just took a picture of it. Had a jury box and stuff. Of course, here, that's a gas chamber in the background, the electric chair. You got the electric chair right there. Mr. Sparky, give us a call. Oh, here's a cell from Alcatraz. I took a picture as well, so I can show you guys my picture, but that's a jail cell from Alcatraz right there. Wait, let me make sure. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And that mattress, let me tell you, that is not something that can you sit in an electric chair? No, you can't. It was encased in glass. That's what I said. They have great work ethic. You would have made a great chip, Andy. Get on that police motorcycle next time. I know. I know. Right here, this. They had a display case of artwork by criminals. John Wayne Gacy here painting the Seven Dwarfs on the side of a toy truck. I know it's hard to see, but yeah. And then here you go. They even had a section on counterfeit goods showing things that were counterfeit compared to not counterfeit. But here, I'll show you guys some pictures if you would like. Oops, solo, hello. Go back to my other cam. Hello, I'm back. Oh, that's a good question. Any Hunter Biden pieces of art? There were not. Man, great question. There were not any Hunter Biden pieces. He hasn't been locked up yet. He's got to be locked up first. And then once he gets locked up, they'll put some pieces in. I got to visit someone in prison at the same time prison John Wayne Gacy was in. Whoa, who did you visit in prison? And mad respect to you. All right, let's see some pictures here. I can show you guys. These are really small thumbnails, so I'm just going to open them up and we'll show you guys. Let's see, where is it? Are you kidding me? All right, I'll just do it this way. Let's see. Oh, this is cool. Like I said, it takes you through. So this is the head cage. This goes way back to medieval type times. The old head cage, they'd slap that on your head when they want to gouge out your eyes and do stuff to your face so you couldn't move. So that's pretty gross. Was he in prison because Disney sued him for copyright infringement on Seven Dwarfs? Ooh, could have been. Just kidding. No. New Orleans has some Gacy art. Really? No, he wasn't that good. That painting he did of the Seven Dwarfs really wasn't that good. Did I move into EVS's old house? Your basement looks like his old one. This isn't a basement, buddy. This is not a basement I'm in. I got windows up here. I got sunshine coming in. Not in a basement at all. Oh, it was a friend of my grandpa's. I was more scared of the guards than the prisoners. The guards were ginormous. Yeah, man, I would hope so. Let's buzz through some pictures here. Of course, the water torture funnel. Could you imagine being waterboarded is one thing, having this thing shoved down your throat and they pinch your nose shut as they dump gallons of water down your throat? No thanks. The heretic's fork, called a heretic's fork because of its use during the Inquisition and Protestant Reformation to punish those who spoke against the church. Forks were placed between the breastbone and under the chin, then tied around the neck by a leather strap. Over hours and even days, the victim was prevented from laying down to sleep. Dozing off or letting the head fall forward would have a painful result. Oh! There was totally room on the door for Jack. Andy lives above the garage like the Fonz. I don't live up here. Andy's studio looks bigger than our master bedroom. Yeah, this studio is big. This studio is about as big as the master bedroom in the house we first owned when we moved where we are now. I wish our master bedroom was this big still. It's a nice room. Only EVS streams from his basement. He does. I mean, his studio's in his basement. Graham Nolan's studio's in his basement. The Iron Muzzle. Iron gags such as this one from Germany were often used on heretics The muzzles were used to prevent victims from making blasphemous, and of course it's cut off. Oh, no, it's not. Making blasphemous statements while being burned at the stake. Oh, God forbid if I'm being burned at the stake and I start screaming my head off. Yeah, if you're burning me at the stake, you're going to get some F-bombs. Ooh, this. You're like, what is this guitar-shaped looking thing? Your head goes here, and your wrists and arms go here. So you're in it like, kind of like this. Your arms and your head, and they keep you in it for a long time for cramping. I don't know who this person is. She photobombed me. Not cool, photobombing me like that. Got a tag on my shirt. Of course, we've got the stockades. You know how that works. Head here, arms here. The next picture, I believe, nope, that was not Helen. She's in one of the pictures, but that's not her. This is my daughter. This is what I told her we would do if she acts up. Of course, you can see you can easily slide in and out of that sucker. Got some old school knives and guns. Flintlock pistol from the old, let's see, late 17th century. Let's see, one of these dudes, I'm trying to remember who. Oh, here it is. Blackbeard would carry 6 of these bad boys. And my wife was like, why would he carry 6? And I'm like, because these things only shoot one bullet or whatever it was called, musket, whatever, at a time. So basically, you had to carry 6 so you could get 6 shots off. Had to explain these things to my wife. Is Helen a felon too? No, of course not. She just married one. No, she didn't. That's right. 1 shot, so you carry 6, so you get 6 shots. Wild Bill Hickok. I just took a picture of this because I was like, holy crap, this dude was only 39 years old. But this is why I took a picture of it. I wish Dave Brohawk Williams was in the house because he's illustrating that book about Bass Reeves, and here he is right here. This is a badass. Reeves claimed to have captured 3,000 fugitives, including his own son. Dude, Bass Reeves is like, I don't give a shit if you're my son. You're going in. I'm taking you in. The hanging judge, Judge Isaac Parker. This guy wasn't that old. He was, hold on, getting a notification. Man, I got to do math. 40 is 78, 50, 88. He was only 58, I believe, if my math, or no. Yeah, wait. 8, 16, 1. No, 48. This guy was only 48. Is that right? No, 58. 58 years old. Damn. Hard-ass judge. Look at this. This dude's 58 right here. Guys, I'm not near 58. I'm like 6 years shy of 58, 6.5 years shy of 58. I will not look like that. This dude is Graham Nolan's age. Look at that. That dude's Graham Nolan's age. That is crazy. These guys did not take care of themselves. Is that the guy that was played by Paul Newman? I don't know. What movie are you talking about? Judge Roy Bean. Oh. I took pictures of these things so I can read them later because my wife and kid don't like to read this stuff, and I do. Doc Holliday also died rather young, 36 years old. Woof, 36. Oh, Joe Bernardo dropping it like it's hot. A whole wing for Biden and the Clintons. Oh. A little wider stock certificate. There's my kid. Here you get to see the one time you see my wife. That's my wife. She's like, hey, she's wanted, Bell Star. Oh, both my kids in jail. I got to bust them out. Hook up a chain to those bars and drive away. Oh, the life and times of Judge Roy Bean. Apparently it's different. Oh. Here we got some old school James Gang Revolver stuff going on. Come on. Check this gun out right here. I love this. This is really why I took it. Modified into a machine gun. Look at this little sub Thompson machine gun. You can see how it's a pistol. And then it's got a long magazine to hold a shit ton more bullets. And then it was modified with this this on the end, and then this handle right here. That's crazy. And then, of course, this is the Thompson submachine gun. This is the pencil sketch by Machine Gun Kelly. This stuff, like I said, this place was really fascinating. My wife liked the Titanic place more, but I dug this. I thought this was cool. Ask. See, hold on. Look at this. Ready? On screen, and hold on. Boom. Oh, wait, get it in the same angle. Boom, right here. Got my replica. See, I got reference. Look at this. This even pulls out. Oh. Look at that. Say hello to my little friend. That's right. Is that a 911? I got no idea, Danky. You are asking the wrong guy. Not a gun expert. All right. It was the Scarface. That was the Scarface machine gun, if you're wondering. I'm only ready for zombies if they will run at the sight of a gun. If the sight of a gun doesn't scare them away, I'm screwed. Put that away before I get banned. Oh, that would suck. Who do we got here? Oh, yeah, John Gotti. Mickey Cohen right here. We were in the gangster section of the room at this time. So this I took a picture of. Do you guys remember D.B. Cooper? The legend of D.B. Cooper. I mean, this actually happened. We just don't know whatever happened to the guy. This is another thing that just blows my mind, is this dude hijacks a plane, gets the plane to land, says he'll release all the passengers and stuff, except for the pilot, and I guess skeleton crew. I think that was it. If he gets a certain amount of money, they go back up into the air, and this dude comes out the back end rear steps of the plane and takes a dive out of the plane. So I took a picture of this for a couple reasons. One, because this is in scale. So I thought this was cool reference just to have a picture of. Brad Meltzer's Dakota Show did an episode on DB Cooper. Oh, I'm going to have to find that. This is just, I thought this was just great reference right here. So that's why I took a picture. But yeah, DB Cooper's always fascinated the shit out of me. This is the rifle from the Texas Sniper. I remember when that went down. Let's see, I don't know if 1966. Well, I should say I remember reading about it because obviously I wasn't alive when it went down, but I remember hearing about it and stuff. The one I do remember is the DC Sniper. My parents were living in DC, and well, I grew up right outside of Washington, D.C., about 25, 30 minutes away from Washington, D.C. So I remember when all that sniper stuff was going down, my parents were living there. This cracks me up. the pizza bomber. I remember this. This is a replica of the bomb he had around his neck. Because remember, he said that he was put up to robbing this pizza joint, and if he didn't do it, this bomb would go off. Blah blah blah. And he made this gun, this fake-looking shotgun, out of a walking cane and just some wood. And people, in the heat of the moment, you get scared and you just don't really pay attention to details. And people were scared by this BS looking walking stick gun, which just cracked me up, because looking at this thing in real life, I was like, who would think that was a gun? DC sniper happened as I got out of a 6-week stint in the hospital. I think I was still traumatized, so it was weird. Oh, wow. Were you in that area? I guess you were. And actually, let me see something here. I don't know if it's on YouTube, but now I'm curious to see if it's on YouTube. So here's the pizza bomber heist. Yeah, they're not going to show it. Pizza bomber case, subject of new Netflix docuseries. I'm pretty sure the thing went off. Yeah. Oh, well, who knows? Dillinger wooden gun. No, this isn't. This is the gun that pizza dude. Let's see if I can read it. These replicas of both the intact explosive device and the cane shotgun used in the pizza bomber incident were created to film America's Most Wanted, which featured the case 3 times. So these are replicas made to look just like the real thing. This wasn't a real gun, though. That's the thing. It was just a thing that the guy was using to scare people, if I remember correctly. Oh, okay. Got it. This is in their big 9/11 exhibit, a piece of the building. My daughter, I was trying to explain to her, you just don't understand how hot it had to be for the metal to twist and stuff like that. The flag of honor. This is just some of the large photographs on the walls I thought was interesting of New York. This is just the crime scene I thought was cool. And then you'd read these little numbers down here to see what the markers indicated. Police uniform. I actually took this picture just to have as reference for when I have to draw the police instead of having to do a Google image search, which I would still do. But, I like to do as much reference as I can on things. A lineup. My wife took a picture of me and my daughter standing. My daughter was here and I was here. I still need her to send it to me. Oh, this museum kicks butt. There's your man right there standing in front of a photograph that if this lighting wasn't casting my shadow, it would actually look like I was standing in this hallway. I thought that was pretty cool. Al Capone's prison cell. So this is pre-Alcatraz, I believe. Pretty nice prison cell for Mr. Capone. He still had a little shitty cot, but I mean, he had a nice sitting chair, a bureau, another bureau desk here. I mean, if you got to go to prison, this is the way to be, I guess. Famous Chicago kingpin Al Capone received a 1-year sentence for carrying concealed weapons while in Philadelphia. A crime that did not live up to the violent reputation he had created back in Chicago, for instance, such as the St. Valentine's Day Massacre earlier that year. So this is, I guess, his prison cell in Philadelphia for that 1 year. Yeah, I mean, it basically does look like a cave with nice stuff. I mean, he didn't have a window. I would assume if there was a window in the cell. Did they have a mock-up of Martha Stewart's cell? They did not. Did we? Fragaboom, welcome. We did not go to Dollywood. We still have to go to Dollywood. Fragaboom. We have been to Pigeon Forge 4 or 5 times, and we have yet to go to Dollywood because there's so much other stuff to do on the, we usually go for like a 2-3 day thing, and Dollywood's a whole day, and we just have yet to do it. So, but we've always wanted to do Titanic Museum and Alcatraz, so we pre-booked tickets for Titanic. And the last time we were in Pigeon Forge a few months ago, Alcatraz had a super long line, so we skipped it. This time we were driving into the place in Pigeon Forge called the Island, which is an attraction place, and we pulled into the parking lot, and I walked in to see if there was a long line for Alcatraz, and there was only like one person in front of us. So I texted my wife and said, "Get in here now. There's no line. As long as you have a desk, paper, and pencils, you're a good baby." That's right. Let's get back over to here. Here's another cell. I believe this is an Alcatraz cell. Maybe not. I don't remember. I thought it was an Alcatraz cell. How would you like this for a window? Just this little slit to look out. There's your poopy potty. There's your sink. You get a little table to sit at. You got to fight for the table. Danky Frankie, where does Andy live? Near Tennessee. I'm in North Carolina. North Kakalaki, yo. So it's about a 4-hour drive. I didn't lay down on these, but I did feel these. These mattresses suck. So there's that. This is the ducking stool. This is what they use for witches. They would sit you in this stool and then dip you into the water, into like a lake, and just hold you underwater. So they tie you down to this chair, and then this big long piece of wood would stretch out behind it, and they would just dunk you down. It says ducking, but they would dunk you down into the water, fully submerged, and just leave you there and then pull you back up. So poopy potty, yeah. History is a heck of a thing. Yes, it is. Alcatraz. There you go. For sure. He'd be like Kirby doing 3 issues a month. Yeah, if that's all you had to do. Oh, you're in California? What part? No wonder he was still running his job from jail. Exactly. Dude had the hookup. Of course, we know what this is. Good old guillotine. Oof, man. This is just a way to go. I could not imagine. Because they say once your head is lopped off laying here for a few seconds, you can still see. So that would suck. Gas chamber. I mean, this is, oh my God. Locked in here, this door shuts. Forget it. Oh, I didn't take a picture, but I learned something super cool about the firing squad. So the firing squad consists of five shooters, but I was always under the impression, I think somebody told me this, so I just went with it because why wouldn't I, that on a firing squad, only one person had a bullet and the other 4 guys had blanks. And they put the bullseye mark over the heart because that's, you want to shoot him in the heart. And so my impression was out of the 5 guys on the firing squad, 1 would have a bullet, 4 would have blanks. So nobody knew who actually did the kill shot because, you know, they don't want to live with that. But actually, 4 people have bullets. One guy has a blank. Nobody knows who has the blank. So they all can basically think, I've got the blank. So none of them know who actually did the kill shot. So there you go. So if you want to be put to death by firing squad, which I think it said the last person it was like in 2010, you're getting shot 4 times in the heart. So there you go. Yes, so they can say it wasn't them. Exactly. So there's the electric chair, Old Smoky. Ted Bundy's VW. Bonnie and Clyde's car. They got the hell shot out of them. Another angle of it. All this for photo reference in case. You never know. I might have to draw this stuff. John Dillinger's car. Pretty slick ride for back in the day. Who knows? Maybe First Man will travel back in time. You never know. These old cars are cool. Very cool. Shaggy probably set it up that way. Say it wasn't you. Oh, man, the grouping on that door, right? Let's look back. They weren't messing around. They're like, he's in the driver's seat, and I think the other side, no, they just shot this side, and I think she might have got, I can't remember. Art to Bear is Buffalo Bill's van and couch in that museum. I don't think so. Malin would like that Bundy car. Oh. And then, of course, oh, wait a second. I took a photo of the Bronco. This is inside a surveillance van. So this is pretty cool. This is great reference. I mean, this is pretty old school look. Actually, it's not that old school looking. It looks pretty modern. So I wouldn't be surprised if the surveillance van still looks something like this. Look at this little potty. If you got to go potty, you got a potty in the surveillance van. This is the van. This van is sitting outside the Alcatraz Museum. So you drive by and we drove by and we didn't even think about it. We were just like, oh, that's a maintenance van. So there you go. There's OJ's Bronco. Yeah, baby. OJ's Bronco. OJ did not do it. I will say, I do still like the look of this Bronco from back then. It's a cool looking truck. Man, I hope you guys do too. I'm praying for you. Is that the van down by the river? I live in a van down by the river. It looks like a surveillance van. It does. Well, no, it needs that sign on the side that says John's Electrical Supply or something. Of course, the police motorcycle. Good reference there. Took a picture of that. All the different types of badges. I thought that was pretty cool. Police car that you could sit in. So I did sit in it. My wife took a photo of me sitting in this thing. Right there. Just took a few different angles of it for photo reference. There I am. There's my kid. I said, you need to get in the back. That's where you belong. Look at me. I could be a cop. My daughter's like, get out. I want to sit in the front seat. God, my wife was just going camera crazy here. Good Lord. What is my wife doing? Taking tons of pictures is what she's doing. I turned the lights on, of course. Oh my God. I don't know how many pictures my wife took. There's my daughter. She has a driver's license, learner's permit. One day she'll use it. This is from that movie. Oh, damn it. Leonardo. Oh, Gangs of New York. So Leonardo DiCaprio wore this. This is on the money for what they wore at that time period when Gangs of New York took place. And then this was going into the Titanic exhibit. You were allowed to take pictures outside. So this was the only couple pictures I think I took from the Titanic. Oh, this is my kid. We went to an indoor snow sledding snow tubing place. So it was cool. It was 65 degrees inside the place. And we did this for an hour. And at first we were like, wow, an hour. But that hour flew by. I don't know how many times we did this. The place wasn't busy at all. So we did snow tubing for about an hour. So that was fun. And that's it. Let me see. That's odd. Oh, it's a video. Oh, here we go. My wife and daughter snow tubing. Little snow tubing action. And that's it. That was my weekend, guys. It was really fun. Gangs of New York, yeah, that was fun. That was a good movie. I haven't seen it since it came out. Some cool stuff. Hey, you're welcome. You didn't have a go? Oh, I went numerous times. My wife did take a video, but it's on her phone, not mine. Oh no, we all did that snowboarding. It was like $21 a person for an hour. So we had to have gone at least 20 times. At least 20 times. We definitely got our money's worth. Guys, once again, First Man, only $6.99 away from the stretch goal. Let's get it up there, guys. All your support is well worth it. There's my cover. Here's some interior preview art for people just joining. Thank you, Frankie. You want to back this? Trust me, you will love it. Great art, great story. Get on it now. You will definitely love this for sure. Do it. Fragaboom knows. Fragaboom's like, do it. This would be a perfect complimentary book to Black Flag and Wraith of God and Cyberfrog, all that fun stuff. All right. Thank you very much. I do love covers by the interior artist. Oh, that's cool. Do it now. Do it now. I got to get to work on this cover I'm drawing for a guy, actually, for something he's doing. There's Bart's cover. Great stuff. So back it now. Be proud. Tons of stuff to look at. Link is in the description below. It's also in the chat. Thanks to my wrenches, Hyper Kaiju and Val. I appreciate you guys, all the help you do for me. Thank you guys for watching. I will be back tomorrow. I'm thinking about going over some of the wrestling comics I drew. Yes, I drew WWE comics. And I think you guys would enjoy seeing that stuff. So until tomorrow, guys, this is what I'm bringing back.
Get your sexy on. I'm bringing sexy back.